Hello, welcome to our channel. Welcome to our channel. Welcome. Hi friends, welcome to our channel. I'm Juan and this is Pineapple. She's going to be helping us out with this video today. We're going to be showing you how you can flight train your bird or teach your bird to fly back to you on command. So by the end of this video, you should be able to recall train your bird. Flight training is really amazing exercise for your birds, especially at home where they might not be getting as much exercise compared to if they were still in the wild. So in the wild, of course, they would be flying around all day, meeting new birds, maybe finding a lady friend or a man friend. Also foraging for food and flying away from predators, of course. It's also great for your birds to know if they've accidentally flown out, where you would then need to retrieve them by calling them back to you. And also, if you've watched my previous video where I talk about wing clipping, and you can check it out over here after you watch this video, keeping your birds flighted is really great for their overall health. And if your bird has been clipped before it was able to learn how to fly, or if you've had a bird that has been clipped for a long time now would be a great chance for you to flight train your bird and teach them how to fly, and also help them to rebuild and regain those muscles that they may have lost from not flying. And you could also be helping them regain their confidence again. So you are going to need some things before you start, and as you can see, I'm feeding her some seeds. So you are going to have to find a treat that your bird really loves. In this case, I'm using safflower seeds because that's her favorite treat. You could also use spray millet or sunflower seeds, and I like using safflower seeds because it's small enough for her to be able to finish right away so we can get right back to training. Also, a good thing to note is that seeds won't work if your bird is on an all seed diet because it won't be enticing enough for them to want to work for the reward. It's really important for your bird to be on a healthy diet consisting of pellets, fruits, and veggies, and seeds should only be given as a treat or a snack to reward them. You didn't spin all the way, what? That's my fault. You can also use a clicker, which is completely optional, and that would just help you to let your bird know that they've done something correctly. And the last thing that you'll need is a surface for training, so that could be the top of your cage, a training perch, or in my case, I'll be using the back of a chair. So let's get started. Your bird should have already mastered stepping up. That way it'll make flight training a little bit easier. To start, you want to place your bird on a surface. Since I'm using the back of my chair, I'm going to call it a perch for the sake of this video. So place your bird on the perch, and you want to place your hand in front of your bird with the treat behind your hand. That way it'll make them want to step up onto your hand to get the treat. And then you want to make sure that you place your hands a couple inches in front of your bird so that they have to jump onto your hand to get the reward. After they've jumped onto your hand, you want to reward them and place them back onto the perch. And then you want to do this a couple of times until your bird understands what you want from them. Then you could eventually not show them the treat so that they can just jump onto your hand on command. You could move a couple more inches away from your bird so that they have to use their wings to fly to you instead of jumping, and then reward them and place them back onto the perch again, and then repeat. Now, as you're moving farther away from the perch, you're going to realize that you have to constantly go back and place them back onto the perch. So now would be a great chance to teach them how to fly to you and back onto the perch. And to do that, you want to ask them to fly onto your hand and then tap on the perch and ask them to go to perch. And once they do that, once they do that, you want to reward them right away and then repeat the steps again. And as your bird gets the hang of flying to you and back to the perch, you can ask them to fly back and forth a couple times before rewarding them. As you keep practicing with your bird and you realize that they're getting better and better at flying, you then want to take it up a notch and teach them how to ascend and descend. Teaching them to descend is really great because it is going to help them to learn how to fly back to you in case they get stuck up in a tree. And to do that, you just need to place your hand a little lower so that your bird can fly down, and of course place your hand a little higher than the perch to teach them to fly up. And then you can start moving farther away so that they can ascend and descend from larger distances. You can take this even further by training your birds on a flight of stairs. Now, I unfortunately don't have a set of stairs to train them on because I live in an apartment, but this can also be achieved if you place your bird on a higher surface like the top of a bookshelf or the top of your fridge. And if you want to take flight training to another level, you can start training them to fly around corners. To do that, you want to place the perch next to a corner of a room and then place your bird on the perch and ask them to fly to you and back to the perch. And as you're slowly moving back, you're going to turn the corner so that they have to learn how to maneuver through the air to land on your hand. So here are some things to keep in mind while you're training your bird. Just know that parrots have their own learning process. Some parrots will learn faster, and then some birds will take a little longer to learn. It's going to take lots of of patience and consistency on your ends with any training that you do with your birds. Also, really important, especially if you have clipped birds that are learning to fly, make sure you read your bird's body language, and if at any point that you see that your bird is struggling or straining to fly, then you should definitely take a break from training just so they can recuperate and get back to training maybe later on in the day or the next day. For clipped birds, especially if they're learning to fly again, it is going to take lots of effort and it's going to put a lot of strain on their bodies because they are still trying to regain those flight muscles that they might not have been able to use for the time that they were clipped. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and comment down below and let me know if you're going to flight train your bird right now. Also, subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and select all notifications so you get notified every time we post a new video. That's it for this video. Peace. Here's a treat. Peace. Peace.